Evening, one and all. Kalyani Pantangi here. I've come back again with another set of questions. Well, first of all, let me thank all of you who commented in the post. You have commented, writing messages to me. Some of you have written on my phone. Some of you have WhatsApped me. Some of you even called me to check what is it that I'm doing. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Well, today I have come with a set of questions related to the next most important thing for us in our life, and that is water. Water is the most vital thing that we all need in our day to day life. Not only just us, plants, animals, every other animal, every living being needs. When God created this earth, He said, "Let there be water." And water just came up. He's been so meticulous that I really thank him centillion tons, I don't know, millions, billions, zillions, whatever amount I thank him is just not sufficient. He's been so meticulous that when he said, "Let there be water," he's been mindful that we need two kinds of water. One is saline water, another is fresh water. No doubt, 80 to 85% of this earth is covered with water. That is saline water. But we do have fresh water for our living. He ensured all beings are made in such a way that we all have fresh water. Even before he made all the beings, that is, all the creatures in water, outside water, in air, even before making all the creatures, he went ahead and made water. He's been so meticulous that this fresh water will come back to us. Fresh water cannot get dirty, so he's gone ahead and created a mechanism so that something called as clouds he made, so that this water will go into the clouds and it'll come back as rain, it comes back as hailstorm, it comes back as snow. And I really thank him for his meticulous way of handling things, that he's been so mindful that when it rains, it just doesn't fall like one big mass of water. It falls in tiny droplets, medium droplets, larger droplets. He's ensured that when that water falls from the clouds, that water doesn't harm any of the creatures on this earth. Not only creatures, he's even been mindful that that water, when it falls, it shouldn't destroy the earth. So beautifully, he has done this entire thing. Leave alone water, he's even ensured that in certain places where there is snow, snow falls like sand. It could fall like hailstorm too. Wherever there is hailstorm, the size of the hail is so much, just like a golf ball or even smaller than that. The maximum size I have read is a golf ball size. Just imagine if it was as big as a throw ball or a volleyball or a basketball. What would happen to this earth? He's been so meticulous about all these things. I thank him centillion tons, no doubt about it. I'm so thankful for him. But at the same time, it worries me. Tomorrow, when I go back to that God, he will just say, "You humans, you spoiled the earth. What I gave so beautifully to you, you trampled it." No doubt he said, "We are the kings and queens. We are here to reign. We are here to reign on all the creatures." But did he say reign or did he say trample? Did he say be fruitful and enjoy, or did he say destroy everything? What have we done? We've polluted all waters, fresh water, saline water. We have polluted. We have spoiled our rivers, our ponds, our lakes. We have spoiled seas and oceans. The creatures in it are suffering. At least we as humans, we can voice out, what about those creatures? These waters are just treated with effluents, or not just treated, effluents are being dumped, chemicals are being dumped, all the debris, all the unwanted dirt from the earth is being dumped. Do you think he would appreciate, that creator would appreciate what we have done? Now, don't you think it's time for us to do the corrective action? You may ask me, ask me, I didn't do it, but why I have to clean? Somebody did the debris. Aren't our future generation going to suffer? Don't you think we have to take the corrective step to correct our planet right now for our future generation? There was somebody who called me and asked, you have no kids. Why are you doing it so passionately? Just because I don't have kids, that doesn't mean I don't want to save my planet. This planet is mine. I'm born here. I'm living here. I don't have any other place to live. Not only me, all of us. And tomorrow, just because I don't have kids, it doesn't mean that I need not have to do it. It is written, the tent of a woman who doesn't have kids is much more bigger and larger than the tent of a woman who has kids. So I believe all the kids around in my family, all my nephews, my niece, my friends' kids, they all who call me auntie, they're all my kids. No doubt I don't have to provide for them, but at least let me do something good for them on the other side. Tomorrow they ask me, auntie, you had freedom, you had time, you are educated enough, you have been in a good position. Why didn't you take any corrective action? Why didn't you set yourself as a good example? What would I say to them? I am doing this passionately to make things right. When I die and go out from here, I don't want to go out with leaving a carbon footprint here. I want to leave a greener footprint. I want to make this planet a better place for my future generations. I want people to be thankful that somebody did something for us when things were literally shattering, breaking everything. They came forward and did something. Who and all want to be a part of it? Write your thoughts and comments about it. Start thanking God for what He has given. Let's start taking baby steps in making these corrections. I know we can't go about cleaning the entire Indian Ocean or Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal around India or all the other oceans in the world, but whatever cleaning we can do in our own scope, let's do it. Let's harvest the rainwater. Let's use green energy. Let's conserve energy. Let's stop polluting the atmosphere around us and develop that positive thoughts and processes so that we can go about attacking this issue and bringing a solution for us. Write your thoughts and comments. You want to write it here? Fine. You want to go about messaging me? You want to write to me? My email address is available. All details, whoever wants to reach out to me in whatever way, write your thoughts and your comments. I'm looking forward to it. Collectively, we have to make this difference. Thank you for your patience and listening to me. Bye bye. Thank you.